Hello, everyone. Today on Good Morning Maine, Mainers brace for the effects of Hurricane Erin as the storm rolls past the state.
Plus, members of the legal community struggle to keep up with a growing list of felony cases in Penobscot County.
And we'll also meet three brothers who organized a lemonade stand to help Mainers who are battling cancer.
Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith.
And I'm Craig Colson. Thank you for joining us. Happy Friday, everyone. The weekend is almost upon us. We'll have all the day's news coming up in just a few moments, but first we're going to check that important weather forecast. As we heard off the top of the show, Hurricane Erin is kind of steamrolling past the state of Maine. Not expected to impact our weather greatly, but there could be some problems along the coast. We'll be hearing more about that over the next hour, but first, we're going to turn our attention to the forecast.
Here's Devin Biggs with the forecast.
Alrighty, Craig and Emma, thank you very much. On this Friday, we have advisories posted because of Hurricane Erin, small craft advisories, high surf advisories, and now we also have coastal flood advisories. All the active surf may cause a few areas along the coast to get flooded for a short amount of time, so please be careful if you're going to be along the coast. If you're inland, Hurricane Erin won't affect us at all. But meanwhile, again, we have some clouds courtesy of Hurricane Erin along the coast, but meanwhile inland, a lot of clear skies being observed this morning. Let's zoom things out. There's that hurricane right there tracking off towards the northeast pretty quickly this morning, so it will be out of our hair pretty quickly as we head towards the weekend. Futurecast for us, a lot of sunshine today, maybe some clouds this afternoon, but we'll have a little bit more cloud cover on the way coming up later on tonight. So for today, lots of sunshine, maybe a few clouds, temperatures in the low 80s and that north wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Partly cloudy tonight with lows in the low 50s and a light and variable wind. For tomorrow, we have low 80s, partly cloudy and breezy, and that south breeze getting up to about 15 miles per hour. The hourly forecast moving forward, some clouds, but a lot of sunshine, temperatures warming into the 80s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Emma?
All right, thank you, Devin. As Hurricane Erin churns up the East Coast, coastal communities in Maine are bracing for the impact. The storm isn't expected to hit Maine, but we will feel the effects along the coast. Alex Schley has more.
Hurricane Erin is expected to bring heavy surf and strong winds into the Maine coast Friday into Saturday.
There are going to be some significant swells coming in. They're predicting as much as 9 to 10 feet. How deep they'll impact Southwest Harbor remains to be seen. Winds, 20, possibly 25.
In Southwest Harbor, docks are buzzing as boat owners tied down pull out and get ahead of the weather. Harbor Master Rob Levitt says many seasonal residents are already pulling their boats.
It is the season, people are going back to school and back to their, non-vacation lives and stuff. So we have seen people departing.
Year-round residents, however, are taking precaution without calling it quits on the season.
Generally, the storm surge is tough on the docks and piers, so we're trying to lighten that load by removing dinghies and things like that.
Lobstermen, meanwhile, aren't sounding the alarm. Mark Swayze, who works with many local captains, says most see it as just another day on the job.
A lot of them just shifted their gear out just to they don't really know what's going on. Some of them don't think anything's really going to come out of it, just some swells. Other people are just trying to avoid getting snarled up.
Still, officials warn a bit of preparation now could prevent big problems later.
Tying everything down so that things don't start blowing around if we do get more wind than forecasted. And overall, trying to get things out of direct shot of the path.
In Southwest Harbor, Alex Schley for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
A man from Camden has been charged with possession of sexually explicit materials. The Maine State Police says 56-year-old Thomas Carrad was arrested Thursday following an investigation by the Computer Crimes Unit. He was taken into custody without incident. Authorities have not released details about the investigation, but they say a judge reviewed the evidence and issued the arrest warrant. Carrad's bail was set at $500, and he's not allowed to use the internet or have contact with children under the age of 18.
Well, the number of pending felony cases continues to rise at an alarming rate in Penobscot County. Members of Maine's legal system say courts are struggling to manage the growing number of cases. Our Grace Blanchard shares more.
According to data from the Maine Judicial Branch, in Penobscot County, there are roughly 100% more felony cases pending now than there were in 2019.
There is a significant amount of felony crimes being committed, and the police departments are doing their best to keep up with it, as the courts and our office are trying our best.
According to District Attorney Chris Alme, there are currently over 800 pending cases with felony charges in the county, many of which he says are drug-related and repeat offenders.
I think a lot of it has to do with the plentiful amount of fentanyl and illegal drugs that are available.
He says the criminal justice system does not have the resources to tackle the backlog and rising cases.
We should have more prosecutors. The courts should have more judges or marshals and clerks. And, of course, we need more defense attorneys who will step up and take these cases.
The rising caseload is then fueling a major backlog in courts.
The fact that we have 100% more pending felonies in the court system than we did 6 years ago tells me that cases aren't moving through the system.
Public defender Logan Perkins believes the number of cases is also increasing because the DA's office is charging more cases as felonies as opposed to misdemeanors.
We're just punishing people, and we're not helping society, and we're not solving the underlying problem.
Alme says his office is doing what they can to keep up with the cases in a manner that is fair to those accused while also considering public safety.
It's our responsibility for the benefit of the community to hold them accountable for felony conduct, and we're going to continue to do that. Now, in the long run, we may change it to a misdemeanor, but at the get-go, they should be held accountable.
In Bangor, Grace Blanchard, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
A new Ellsworth program aims to address transportation challenges on the main roadways there. This initiative will focus on safe infrastructure, foot traffic, parking, and more. Our Janessa Bishop has the story.
The Thriving Communities program was recently presented to the city of Ellsworth. The program assists in navigating federal infrastructure funding and implementing local projects. Transportation on High Street and parking in downtown are set to be evaluated, along with promoting business growth throughout the area. The Rural Community Assistance Partnership is working with city officials to come up with solutions and will put $50,000 in funding towards future projects.
To gather community around it to really bolster not only economic investment, but also e-inbuilt engagement.
Cara Romano, the director of Heart of Ellsworth, has worked closely with city officials on this project. Their goal for the downtown region is to implement more parking and get people to use the Riverwalk more.
I also think that it's really important for us to be thinking about this place and how we preserve, features and aspects of this space that are natural.
Other aspects that this grant will be focusing on for the city of Ellsworth is stormwater management and better childcare solutions. Both those issues have a large impact on transportation for Ellsworth residents. Romano says that the city has been focusing on this comprehensive package and not just one thing at a time.
We have been working to support the city in that effort as well.
In Ellsworth, Janessa Bishop, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, West Nile virus has been found in some mosquito pools here in Maine. The Department of Health and Human Services and the Maine Center for Disease Control says the mosquito pools in Portland are the first in Maine to test positive for any mosquito-borne virus this year. Maine CDC Director Dr. Puthira Va says, quote, even though it has been dry across much of Maine this summer, the mosquitoes that spread West Nile virus can thrive in this weather. Some mosquitoes love to lay eggs in standing water around our homes, and they only need the equivalent of a bottle cap of standing water to do so. To lower your risk of getting sick from mosquito bites, dump out artificial sources of standing water such as bird baths, pet dishes, empty plant pots, and other vessels, and take protective measures to keep yourself and your loved ones safe.
Last week, the First Circuit Court of Appeals largely upheld Bar Harbor's limit on the number of cruise ship passengers that can disembark in one day. Now that the town's attorney has had time to review it and talk with the counselors, they've issued a statement. It says, quote, the First Circuit Court reaffirmed the town's broad home rule authority to enact reasonable regulations to protect the health, safety, and character of our community, end quote. They say the quote did send one claim back to the lower court. They did so to clarify whether the burden the cruise ship disembarkation cap places on interstate commerce is clearly excessive compared to the local benefits of the cap. The statement says, quote, "We remain confident that the town will prevail and will continue to vigorously defend the ordinance and our right to manage cruise ship disembarkation." I don't think I've ever said that word before. We anticipate that this process will take several months to complete. They say in the meantime, the ordinance will remain in effect and will continue to be enforced.
Well, a group led by three brothers from Piscataquis County is raising funds for cancer patients for another year. They call themselves the Maine Adventure Boys and operate a YouTube channel of the same name. For years now, the boys have sold lemonade to raise funds for Sarah's House of Maine, which provides a place for cancer patients and their families to stay. It's named after their aunt, Sarah Robinson. Additionally, they've begun to do a yard sale to raise money for the Christine B. Foundation, an organization that provides groceries to those who are battling cancer. Both of the fundraisers will take place this weekend at 97 Autumn Avenue in Dover-Foxcroft.
So the Maine Adventure Boys are phenomenal. They've supported cancer efforts for many years and raised thousands of dollars in doing that. And it's really inspiring knowing that this group of kids want to help out.
For more information on supporting Sarah's House or the Christine B. Foundation, you can visit this story on our website, or maybe you can stop by their special stand this weekend.
Or you can look them up on YouTube too. I think Maine Adventure Boys is their YouTube, and they are busy. They did this last year too, and they're just setting a great example.
Yeah, what great guys.
All right, the time now is 6:11. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, we'll hear about a nationwide effort to remove sunken boats from American waterways. Some of those vessels are located right here in Maine.
But first, another check of the forecast. A beautiful day ahead today, mostly sunny with highs near 82 degrees. Partly cloudy tonight, with lows dropping down to the low to mid-50s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy and breezy, highs near 83. We'll be right back.
Foggy's Pub, your place for fun, food, and friends in Palmyra, Maine.
If you haven't walked through the showroom at Davis Brothers Furniture in a while, we invite you to come take a look. At Davis Brothers, we've always strived to stand out from the rest. For decades now, the goal has been the same. Give people a reason to travel from all over the state and beyond to Davis Brothers Furniture in Guilford. Everything in our showroom is designed with you in mind, from a rustic lodge and barn look to traditional and even contemporary furniture. It's more than just a unique look, it's a lifestyle. Davis Brothers Furniture, deliberately different.
Hi, Eastern Maine. Watch Person, Place, or Thing right here on ABC 7, weekdays starting at 10 a.m.
A small gift shop on Vinyl Haven is attracting craft enthusiasts of all kinds, thanks in part to the shop's owner and his love of pirates.
We wanted him to have a place that had meaningful employment.
We'll take you to Zach's Shack, Monday on ABC 7 News at 6.
By June of 2027, over 300 shipwrecked vessels will be taken out of waters across the country, including 5 here in Maine. According to the Boat U.S. Foundation, more than $10 million in grant funding from the NOAA Marine Debris Program will fund the removal of those abandoned and derelict vessels. Maine's 5 vessels are located along the mid-coast, the Penobscot River, and Roque Bluffs State Park in Washington County. The foundation says removal efforts will begin once grantees finish NOAA's environmental compliance and permitting phase. A start date to remove Maine's 5 vessels has yet to be confirmed.
Those looking for single-family homes are embracing a shifting market. According to realtors and Maine listings, more than 1,500 homes changed hands in Maine in July. That's more than a 5% increase over the same month last year. They say the median statewide price is now almost $420,000. Aroostook County saw the biggest increase in prices at 12.94%. 2025 president of the Maine Association of Realtors, Jeff Harris, says they are now seeing sellers adjust their original pricing downward to entice buyer interest.
City officials in Ellsworth are looking to make improvements to the Union River Center for Innovation. Originally built for science and technology-related startups, the center has supported many organizations and companies. However, Ellsworth's recent growth has led to a shift towards broader business usage. According to the city consultant, Ellsworth does have a demand for office spaces to rent out. These upgrades will focus on updating the co-working spaces and figuring out a new solution for their labs.
One of the upgrades that I would call it an upgrade that we just made is we employed an online booking and management system for the place. So short-term tenants, like the people that are here just for the summer, if they just want to rent a conference room for a couple of hours or an office or a floating desk for a day, they can do that self-serve online.
To book a space, you can visit unionriverinnovation.com. Very innovative.
Good idea.
I know.
Wonderful idea. Hey, another quick note for Ellsworth residents. They apparently had a water main break there along Water Street, and it's apparently turning into a bigger job than they thought. So they will be closing one lane of traffic there in Ellsworth today as they work on that water main on Water Street near the intersection of Foster and Water. Traffic will be down to one lane while that repair is being carried out. So you might run into some delays there in Ellsworth.
All right, the time now is 6:16. After the break, even as Hurricane Erin is moving out to sea, it still does pose a threat for those in the East Coast. We'll have more details.
Plus, the congressional redistricting fight continues as California and Texas are both moving to redraw their congressional maps. Those stories and more coming up on Good Morning Maine.
All across America.
Good morning. Good morning.
Wherever we are, it feels like home.
Man, it's good to be home.
GMA, it's an invitation to come together and brighten your morning.
Looking for the perfect gift? Come explore the Purple Baboon. Sweatshirts, t-shirts, jewelry, inspiring local books, one-of-a-kind treasures and souvenirs, they have something for everyone. The Purple Baboon, the best selection at great prices. 31 Front Street, Belfast.
It's the biggest homeowner mistakes. Do-it-yourself lumberjack? Better leave it to the pros. Unless you want natural skylights, doing your own electrical work is dangerous, and the results could be shocking. But letting just anyone replace your windows? Biggest mistake ever. Be a happy homeowner and leave this one to the best. The certified master installers at Renewal by Anderson. And for a limited time, get the best for less with this special offer.
Summer is here and it's heating up. You could be cooling down with a Fujitsu heat pump from Valley Home Services. Don't let the name fool you. Heat pumps aren't just for winter. They keep your home cool and comfortable even on the hottest days. No more straining your back with heavy window units. Just reliable, energy-efficient cooling at the push of a button. So why wait? Embrace the comfort with Fujitsu heat pumps and Valley Home Services. Call or visit us online today.
Heard earlier, Hurricane Erin is slowly moving out to sea, but it's still a threat to the U.S. East Coast.
The massive storm is well off of shore, but it's generating strong winds and dangerous surf. And in the western U.S., the concern is record heat. ABC's Lionel Moyes has the latest.
Overnight, Hurricane Erin continuing to batter the East Coast, churning up waves 20 feet high. Lifeguards on New York's Long Island racing to save a surfer slammed into rocks by the powerful surf. A state of emergency declared in New Jersey. Along the shore, the rough surf plus high tide flooding coastal communities. In Ocean City, Maryland, cops helping push this car stalled in high water. The storm predicted to weaken throughout the day as it makes its way out to sea, but the threat for dangerous rip currents remains, from the Carolinas to New England. Many beaches on the Atlantic coast remain closed today, including in Ocean City, where officials are warning people to stay out of the water.
Typically what happens is the ocean will clean up a little bit. It won't look as scary, but you can still have, because of the storm surge, and all the big waves, you can still have very, very dangerous rip currents.
The storm brought strong swells to North Carolina's Outer Banks, flooding homes and washing out roads. Crews now working to clear water and sand from Highway 12, the main route running along the islands. And in Emerald Isle, volunteers are scrambling to save any remaining sea turtle eggs after many of their nests were destroyed by the hurricane. Meanwhile, in the west, a different problem.
It's hot. It is hot. It's brutal.
Residents in Southern California now facing the summer's most dangerous heat wave. The high temperatures, along with extreme drought and windy conditions, fueling wildfires throughout the state. In Napa County, the Picket Fire already burning more than 2,000 acres and is 0% contained. Evacuation orders now in effect, including for several wineries. And that heat is expected to last throughout the weekend, from Portland to Phoenix, where temperatures could reach 111 today. Lionel Moyes, ABC News, New York.
We have some friends visiting from Rhode Island this weekend, and we were planning to take them offshore in the boat to go visit some islands and things like that. We may have to stay on shore.
I know. Well, the plus side is you will be able to stay on shore and still be able to have a pretty nice weekend.
Yeah.
Because it's not supposed to rain,
No,
I don't
it's going
think.
to be wonderful weather as we head into the weekend.
Yeah.
So everybody's going to be soaking it up because fall's on the way.
I know. It's still August. It's
Yeah.
still August. Here's Devin Biggs with that forecast.
Alrighty, Craig and Emma, thank you very much. Again, some advisories posted because of Hurricane Aaron, small craft advisories, high surf advisories, and also some coastal flood advisories. A few spots along the coast may flood for a short amount of time because of Hurricane Aaron, so please be careful. If you're going to be along the coast but inland, no issues at all. But meanwhile, the wave height's really increasing at around 5 to 7 feet, at least close to us. But meanwhile, look at this buoy really getting active out there because of the hurricane at around 19 feet. But meanwhile, water temperature is not really affected. We're in the 60s right now, middle to upper 60s, even mid 60s farther down toward the south. So the water temperature is not really benefiting this system at all. It will pretty much weaken it as it tracks off towards the northeast very quickly and weakening now to a Category 1 hurricane with maximum sustained winds now at around 90 miles per hour. Still some gusts up to around 115 miles per hour at times, and it has accelerated to the northeast at around 22 miles per hour. And this projected path becoming very narrow, so a high confidence now as it does move away and soon to become extratropical. So again, by the time we head towards the weekend, this thing will soon be out of our hair. But meanwhile, on land, some clouds courtesy of the system this morning along the coast, but inland, okay, a lot of sunshine expected for us today. A lot of clear skies already this morning. There is a hurricane right there. Again, not much issues for us, set aside the high surf and maybe some coastal flooding, but really that's about it. Futurecast showing a lot of sunshine today, maybe a few passing clouds. Starting off clear later on tonight, but some clouds as we head towards early Saturday morning. Outside of the clouds, really that's about it. A nice weekend on the way for us. Again, just be careful along the coast. And really, that's about it. We'll be under a mostly sunny sky today with temperatures in the low 80s and that north wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Overnight, low 50s under a partly cloudy sky and a light and variable wind. As we head towards your Saturday, we have low 80s, partly cloudy and a little breezy, and that south wind getting up to about 15 miles per hour. Let's check out your extended forecast. Mostly cloudy Sunday, a slight chance for a thunderstorm with highs in the upper 70s. Upper 70s again Monday, a better chance for showers and thunderstorms. And then partly cloudy for your Tuesday, highs in the upper 70s.
At China Walk on Broadway in Bangor, we're serving up your Chinese favorites. Our food is delicious, our staff is friendly, and our service is fast. Open Tuesday through Sunday, call ahead, order online, or just stop by. Enjoy our indoor dining for the full experience, or get takeout that the whole family will enjoy. We'll make sure your cravings are satisfied. China Walk on Broadway in Bangor, where tradition meets flavor.
My sister had multiple falls and broke her leg in the nursing home. She was out of her room and unsupervised. How did that happen?
If a serious injury has happened at a nursing home that's brought up cause for concern, call the 2s right now.
Our attorney at Lowry Law helped me get answers. He made sure the nursing home paid for what happened to my sister.
If you suspect nursing home abuse or neglect, we're your go-to lawyers.
You provide it all. There's no challenge you can't take on, because you've already taken on everything. You've gone above and beyond. It feels like you've brought them together. It feels like your home is taken care of. It feels like you're all at the top of your game with high-speed, reliable, no-stress Fidium fiber internet.
It feels like Fidium.
For years, thousands of Mainers were denied their full Social Security benefits, even though they earned them. They were firefighters, police, and teachers. Senator Susan Collins took up their fight, never gave up, and she won. Collins wrote the bipartisan bill to restore full Social Security benefits to public servants. Maine's police and firefighters praised Senator Collins' leadership and dedication. Teachers called it an historic win. Call, thank Senator Collins, and tell her to keep fighting and winning for Maine.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
The voting map battle is heating up this morning as California Democrats and Texas Republicans both move to redraw congressional maps. And now other states have their eyes on similar moves. Here's ABC's Jacqueline Lee.
California Governor Gavin Newsom signing 2 redistricting bills Thursday afternoon, bringing the redistricting showdown to California voters in a November special election.
We're not just identifying a problem, we're actually trying to solve a problem. And it's a problem of their making. So this is not an election we expected to be holding on November 4th, but they shot the first bullet.
The measures in response to Republican efforts in Texas to redraw its state congressional district maps and pick up 5 additional House seats ahead of the midterm elections. California Republicans pushing back on the projected $200 million cost for a special election. States typically redraw congressional maps every 10 years after the census to adjust for population changes.
President Trump and Republicans in Texas and other states are attempting to redraw congressional districts mid-decade in an effort to rig the upcoming election.
In Texas, the state Senate is expected to vote on the proposed congressional maps bill as soon as Friday. The bill already passed the House, and if Republicans succeed, it would head to the governor's office for signature. Texas Democratic lawmakers initially fled the state to prevent a vote on redrawn maps, but were forced to return. Texas Governor Greg Abbott adding proposed legislation to the special session that would punish legislators who deny a quorum, saying in a statement, "We need to ensure that rogue lawmakers cannot hijack the important business of Texans during a legislative session by fleeing the state." Now, other Democratic states like Illinois and New York considering getting involved.
As we look at the analysis of states that are weighing their options in terms of redistricting, I'll tell you, elections experts tell us that there are more opportunities for Republicans to redistrict than there are opportunities for Democrats to successfully redistrict ahead of midterms.
Jacqueline Lee, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Meanwhile, the Justice Department is about to start handing over documents from the Jeffrey Epstein case to Congress. Lawmakers say they will eventually make them available to the public. Fox News correspondent Connor Hansen has more.
It may still be summer recess on Capitol Hill, but members of Congress are still pushing for documents connected to disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein, and they're finally going to get them. The House Oversight Committee sent subpoenas to the Justice Department for all files on Epstein and his accomplice, Ghislaine Maxwell, who recently spoke with the Deputy Attorney General. The first batch is supposed to arrive Friday, and it's unclear how many there will be.
This is sensitive information. We want to make sure we don't do anything to harm or jeopardize any victims that were involved in this, but we're going to be transparent.
Members say the documents will already be redacted by the DOJ, but they will have to comb through them as well before the public can see. This follows weeks of backlash after the DOJ and FBI announced they didn't find any evidence to charge anyone else.
The bottom line is someone in power has been protecting a number of people, and it is directly against the values that I think my colleagues, Republicans and Democrats, subscribe to.
This week, a federal judge denied the DOJ's request to release its grand jury transcripts from the Epstein case, saying the DOJ has much more to release than the court does. The House Oversight Committee also sent subpoenas to former attorneys general and other high-profile people like Bill and Hillary Clinton. In New York, Connor Hansen, Fox News.
President Trump spoke to a crowd of National Guard troops, police, and federal agents he deployed to Washington, D.C. He says their presence is paying off. About a third of the way through the 30-day federal takeover, the White House says it's made more than 600 arrests in Washington, D.C. The Trump administration has accused D.C. of manipulating its crime statistics. Its mayor insists crime is going down and says they'll cooperate with any investigation.
Well, it's to try and meet the Trump administration's deportation goals. Immigration and Customs Enforcement officials are now ramping up training, looking to recruit thousands of more officers by the end of the year. Fox News correspondent Chanley Painter with that story.
We're getting a behind-the-scenes look at the Federal Law Enforcement Training Center in Brunswick, Georgia. It's a sight seeing an influx in recruits drilling to become immigration and customs enforcement officers.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 13. 1, 2, 3.
President Donald Trump signed what was dubbed the Big Beautiful Bill into law back in July. It included about $170 billion spread out over 5 years to bolster border security and immigration enforcement efforts. More than $76 billion in new money is set to go to ICE, about 10 times more than the agency's current annual budget. About $30 billion of that money is allotted for new ICE staff.
We have so many qualified applicants.
Officials say they currently have roughly 6,500 deportation officers, but are looking to hire 10,000 more by the end of the year to track down, arrest, and remove people federal officers say no longer have the right to be in the country.
So you could see in a foot chase going over a neighborhood fence, you could see having to crawl through the piping. You do want to make sure that when the recruits leave here, they're actually physically capable to do the jobs and the tasks they may have to do in the field.
But the acting director of ICE says the push to hire won't compromise training.
We're not going to put someone in a situation where they're going to get hurt.
The Trump administration maintains its goal is to deport at least 1 million undocumented people every year. I'm Chanley Painter, Fox News.
And coming up on the second half of the newscast, the Beatles are back with 13 previously unreleased demos, including a new anthology. We'll find out the details.
And we'll also have the latest from Hollywood. And we'll see where markets are and have the latest on what's going on in the business sector as well. Those stories and more coming up on Good Morning Maine.
Would you or your organization like to stay informed about current full-time job openings at ABC7 and Fox 22? Email us at tv7jobs@wvii.com or write to us at 371 Target Industrial Circle, Bangor, Maine 04401, and we'll gladly add you to our list. ABC7 and Fox 22 are proud to be equal opportunity employers.
When your vehicle needs a little help, we can point you in the right direction. You'll find Maine's largest network of good, better, and best parts and service for everything you do. It's good to know you'll find just what you need when you need it. With better quality parts to help your vehicle outperform every expectation. And the best service, expertise, and advice from the people who know parts. Whether you're at work or play, we're here for you. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
Benquist Rental in Dover Foxcroft is proudly celebrating 25 years. We rent tools, equipment, lawn and garden, masonry, tents, party supplies, bounce houses, towable boom lifts, and newly arrived this season, a 50-foot drivable lift. Visit us on West Main Street or call today.
Autumn of Life Home Care is a great place to work. The team here provided me with all the opportunities and experience necessary to grow within the company, all while working around my busy college schedule. They provided all the necessary licensing and training. It truly was the job that kickstarted my career.
Autumn of Life Home Care is a licensed agency with personal support specialists.
Let our compassionate, reliable, considerate caregivers make your life a little easier by providing assistance for you or your loved one.
Autumn of Life Home Care. We focus on you.
Goose River Farm and Meat Store on Route 3 in Belfast is closing. Your last chance to order meats and poultry, including beef, pork, lamb, chicken, duck, rabbit, and turkey, is August the 23rd. Our doors will close August the 30th at 3 p.m.
You're watching ABC7 Bangor.
Welcome back, everyone. Today is Friday, August 22nd, 2025, and it is also National Tooth Fairy Day.
The tradition of a child receiving a gift for a lost tooth can be traced back to medieval Europe. In a collection of writings about Norse and Northern European traditions, there's a reference to a tand fee, which directly translates into tooth fee. As part of this tradition, children receive a small fee from their parents when they lost their first tooth. The first American reference dates back to a 1908 Chicago Tribune article that provided parents with a magical suggestion on how to have their children's loose teeth pulled. The Tooth Fairy now visits children all around the world when they lose a tooth.
The Tooth Fairy used to visit me too when I was a kid. I used to get a quarter, I think it was, for a tooth. Nowadays, kids are getting sometimes big bucks and even presents and that kind of thing. Things have changed. But,
well, we got to have a day to celebrate the Tooth Fairy, but either way, it's to remind you to brush your teeth so that you can lose them and you can have new nice ones come in.
Yeah, you got to take care of your teeth. That's for sure. My grandmother always told me that, and she was right. I was always like, yeah. But she was so right. You know?
I know, because you get into that habit, and it's important to start those habits young.
Yeah, the Tooth Fairy will tell you the same thing, too. All right, it's time for history. It was on this day back in 1851, the schooner America won the first ever America's Cup race off the English coast. It outraced more than a dozen British vessels to win the highly coveted trophy. In 1865, a patent for liquid soap was issued to William Shepard. I didn't think it had been around that long. I don't remember liquid soap when I was a kid, those little hand pump things or whatever. But
I know, it's kind of a novelty thing.
Guess it's all over the place now. 1922, Irish revolutionary Michael Collins was shot to death. He was killed by members of the Irish Republican Army who were opposed to the Anglo-Irish Treaty that Collins had co-signed. And in 1972, 2 robbers took 7 employees hostage at a Chase Manhattan bank branch in Brooklyn, New York. The botched robbery ended with the arrest of one of them and the death of the other, and also inspired the movie Dog Day Afternoon. It was Al Pacino was in that movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't watched this one.
It's a great movie.
I'll have to watch it.
Yeah.
In 1989, NASA's spacecraft Voyager 2 discovered the rings of Neptune as it approached the planet. Also in 1989, baseball legend Nolan Ryan became the first pitcher to strike out 5,000 batters. In 1996, President Bill Clinton signed welfare legislation that ended guaranteed cash payments to the poor and demanded work from recipients. And in 2003, Alabama's Chief Justice, Roy Moore, was suspended for his refusal to obey a federal court order to remove the 10 Commandments from the rotunda of his courthouse. He had also been holding prayers in the courtroom, which ultimately led to a lawsuit from those who thought it violated the separation of church and state. In the end, the more than 5,000-pound granite monument to the 10 Commandments was hauled away after a judge ruled Moore had violated the First Amendment's imperative that government shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion.
Separation of church and state, and it's something that we're kind of dealing with today. There's another move now to move prayer or maybe the 10 Commandments back into the classroom. So we'll see what happens with that. All right, today's birthdays include comedian and talk show host James Corden, who is 47, pop singer Dua Lipa is 30, and actress Kristen Wiig, a very funny lady, is 52 years old today.
All sorts of talented folks today.
And happy birthday to you too, if your birthday is today.
All right, now let's get a look at that forecast with Devin Biggs.
Alrighty, Craig and Emma, thank you very much. On this Friday, we have advisories posted because of Hurricane Aaron, small craft advisories, high surf advisories, and now we also have coastal flood advisories. All the active surf may cause a few areas along the coast to get flooded for a short amount of time, so please be careful if you're going to be along the coast. If you're inland, Hurricane Aaron won't affect us at all. But meanwhile, again, we have some clouds courtesy of Hurricane Aaron along the coast, but meanwhile inland, a lot of clear skies being observed this morning. Let's zoom things out. There's that hurricane right there tracking off towards the northeast pretty quickly this morning, so it will be out of our hair pretty quickly as we head towards the weekend. Futurecast for us, a lot of sunshine today, maybe some clouds this afternoon, but we'll have a little bit more cloud cover on the way coming up later on tonight. So for today, lots of sunshine, maybe a few clouds. Temperature temperatures in the low 80s and that north wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Partly cloudy tonight with lows in the low 50s and a light and variable wind. For tomorrow, we have low 80s, partly cloudy and breezy, and that south breeze getting up to about 15 miles per hour. The hourly forecast moving forward, some clouds, but a lot of sunshine, temperatures warming into the 80s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Emma.
Thank you, Devin. And for the latest on what's happening in Hollywood,
here's ABC's Jacqueline Lee.
13 previously unreleased demos from the Beatles are just some of the things included in the upcoming reissue of the Beatles Anthology, a multimedia retrospective from the band that originally came out in the mid-1990s. The expanded anthology collection, which includes more than 190 tracks in total, comes out November 21st. Also included is the documentary from 1995 featuring the Fab Four, talking about their careers. It now features an extra episode of behind-the-scenes material that will be available on Disney Plus November 26th. Disney is the parent company of ABC News.
The prodigal son returns.
Good news for fans of the high-intensity medical drama, The Pit. A trailer for Season 2 shows the ensemble of emergency room doctors clocking in for another shift. This one is set to take place over the July 4th weekend. Season 1 of the show, which aired earlier this year, raked up 13 Emmy nominations. Season 2 premieres on HBO this January. Millie Bobby Brown and her husband, Jake Bon Jovi, have adopted their first child. The Stranger Things star posting on Instagram that they're now the parents of a sweet baby girl, and they're beyond excited to embark on this beautiful next chapter.
It's not the first time you mix business with pleasure. You're actually quite good at it.
Season 5 of Emily in Paris now has a release date. Fans can catch the fashionista as she heads to Venice on December 18th. And pop star Dua Lipa is celebrating a birthday. The future nostalgia singer is turning 30 today. And that's what's happening in Hollywood. Jacqueline Lee, ABC News, Los Angeles.
And right after the break, Jack Webb will have our sports updates.
Sorry, I was getting into the little Dua Lipa there.
Yeah, it's a good. She has all sorts of hits.
She's awesome.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
Who has the best kept secret in Penobscot County?
We do!
Welcome to Maple Lane Farms, a fifth-generation family farm that's committed to providing you with the best quality products. Our farm-raised local and sustainable meat is flash frozen to lock in the freshness and natural flavors. Experience the top-notch quality of our meat that's naturally raised without any antibiotics or hormones. Get the best of both worlds, quality and affordability. Try Maple Lane Farms today, the candy store for the carnivore.
Howdy. I'm George Whelan with Down East Direct Cremation, and this is our crew, the Apple Hill Stables Gang, and we are here to welcome you to the officially PRCA-sanctioned Apple Hill Stable Rodeo. There will be saddle and bareback riding. Barrel racing and bull riding. Calf roping and more. That's the Apple Hill Stables PRCA Rodeo. Y'all come on down now, you hear? The 7th Annual Charity Rodeo, September 5th, 6th, and 7th. All proceeds go to the Shriners Hospital and Make-A-Wish of Maine. This event is sold out in past years, so get your tickets now online at applehillstablesllc.com.
Name a way a woman likes her men and her cheese.
Full of adventure.
Family Feud. Stop all this adventure.
Weekdays at 9 on ABC.
Thanks for staying with us. Football games are right around the corner, and we'll start in Bangor on the campus of Husson University as their football team is preparing for the 2025 season. August mornings at the Winkin Complex have been filled with pads popping and whistles blowing. The Eagles posted a 6-5 record last season. However, 3 of those 5 losses came consecutively at the end of the year, so Husson has put an emphasis on their ability to finish this upcoming fall.
We've talked about finishing. Last year we started 6-2, and we did qualify for the Fusion Bowl, and that was exciting. But I don't think anybody that was around here last year liked our finish. So we'll improve on that, and right now we're just finding out the guys who we can count on and play.
I think we know we left something on the field last year. That record's not reflective of what we wanted.
The Eagles have taken that challenge personally and feel that it takes the entire team to finish strong, which is why they put a ton of energy into building the brotherhood all offseason long.
Really good so far. All the young guys and even the older guys are really bought in just from day one, where we're all about hustling football, no individuals here. Our running backs coach, he just said a good thing to us running backs, and it's don't be that guy in the corner. Focus on yourself. Be focused on your teammates, cheering on your teammates. We have a great team atmosphere. We're a close team. We're trying to build something special and have our record be reflective of that.
The Eagles open the season at Framingham State on September 6th. Over in Orono, a ribbon-cutting ceremony was held Thursday for a brand-new Victory Lane quick oil change facility, but roaring into the event, a race car driven by a New England native NASCAR champion. Those in attendance got to see Joey Logano's number 22 Pennzoil race car. During his career, Logano has won 3 NASCAR Cup Series championships and is currently the youngest to ever win in 2 of NASCAR's 3 top divisions.
It's nice to celebrate our community. You know, in our everyday lives, we get focused on what we do, but this is an opportunity to come out and celebrate. Good things are happening here.
Most of us, as boys and everything, grew up with quite a love for cars, and to have an actual NASCAR here representing our business and helping us in our business today is very exciting, and we're glad to have them here.
The grand opening event at 157 Park Street in Orono also featured deals on oil changes, live music, a NASCAR driving simulator, and a chance to win tickets to the Bank of America Roval 400 in North Carolina at Charlotte Motor Speedway in October. Ahead of Game 1 against the Yankees, the Red Sox made a surprising move on Thursday afternoon. The Sox have called up their number 3 prospect and the 77th overall ranked prospect in all of baseball, Jackson Garcia, a.k.a. the Password. Garcia left Worcester early this afternoon en route to New York. The towering prospect has been setting AAA on fire with 17 home runs, 56 RBI, and a .931 OPS in 66 games. Here's manager Alex Cora on what Garcia brings to the ball club.
He swings a lot. So that's the first thing. He swings a lot. But drives the ball to right center, can do that with 2 strikes. He's a great defender, a good base runner. So, we'll see. Most likely he'll start tomorrow, and we go from there.
We'll go and check in with those Red Sox now and roll those highlights as they begin a series against the Yankees on Thursday night. The Joker throwing out the first pitch there. We're going to go to the second inning. Sox up 1-0, but it's Ben Rice who blasts a solo shot to tie this one up for the Yankees. Good answer there from Rice and the Pinstripes. We go to the 6th now. 3-2 Yankees, 2 runners on for Roman Anthony. He delivers with a single through the gap to tie this one up at 3. Top of the 7th, it's new signing from Washington, Nate Lowe, who hits a gap shot, which is going to bring Story all the way around from first base. What a timely hit from the former Silver Slugger there. Then in the 9th, with 2 outs, New York Yankee fans better get used to this. It's going to be Roman Anthony with a 2-run shot as the Sox are going to pick up a crucial 6-3 win. That is all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
The Farmer's Table in Corinna brings you outstanding breakfasts, lunches, and dinners made from farm-grown fresh ingredients. Dinner specials are available every day. Enjoy our homemade desserts, and above all, bring your appetite to the Farmer's Table in Corinna.
Wheel of Fortune Live. America's game show comes to your hometown. In this thrilling live theatrical experience, contestants are randomly selected from the audience to solve puzzles and win big. Live at Cross Insurance Center, September 29th. Don't miss your chance to spin it to win it. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com. Don't miss Wheel of Fortune Live.
The Summer Sizzler sale is heating up at the Furniture Gallery. Camping cottage mattresses from only $148. Sleeper sofas starting at just $625. Get cozy with a reclining sofa, just $638. Love seat $598 or recliner only $398. Bundle all 3 for just $1598. Plus, take up to $300 off FlexSteel reclining pieces and save 15% on Ashley outdoor furniture. Only during the Furniture Gallery Summer Sizzler sale. The Furniture Gallery in Augusta, Bangor, and North Windham.
The Farmer's Table in Corinna brings you outstanding breakfasts, lunches, and dinners made from farm-grown fresh ingredients. Dinner specials are available every day. Enjoy our homemade desserts, and above all, bring your appetite to the Farmer's Table in Corinna.
One U.S. senator is supporting a tech move President Trump wants to make.
Fox Business Network's Cheryl Casoni has a look at that story and more in today's Fox Means Business.
Markets finished lower for your Thursday. All three major indices read across the board, each closing more than 0.25% lower. Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders is voicing support for the Trump administration's potential stake in Intel. The independent lawmaker says the plan aligns with an earlier effort to secure returns from the CHIPS and Science Act investments. Reports have suggested the U.S. government is looking at using CHIPS funding for a 10% equity stake in the semiconductor firm. Sony is raising the price of its PlayStation 5 console in the U.S. by around $50. The price change comes as the company is navigating a slow recovery in the video game market, while U.S. tariffs threaten increased costs. All three PlayStation 5 consoles will see similar price hikes, with the most expensive PS5 Pro version expected to cost nearly $750. Chipotle is teaming up with drone delivery firm Zipline to test autonomous food delivery. Select customers in the greater Dallas area will have the option to use the so-called Zipotle delivery through an early access program in the Zipline app. The autonomous aircraft will deliver orders to customers' homes from a Rowlett, Texas Chipotle location. That's a look at business. I'm Cheryl Casoni.
You know, some new technology scares me a little bit, but I love the idea of that.
We need more chips.
Yeah.
You don't want to go to war with China. We need more chips,
Yeah.
period.
I like the little drone things that will deliver your food.
Oh,
for
I
you.
hate that. Go on the UMaine campus and see those robots that deliver food,
do they have
and
those
you'll
up
start
there?
to hate it real
Yeah,
quick.
I
I
didn't-
want to kick them.
Yeah. I'm gonna get my coffee cup out of the way
Yeah.
there. So
Boom. Sorry.
now your forecast with Devin Biggs.
Alrighty, Craig and Emma, thank you very much. Again, some advisories posted because of Hurricane Aaron, small craft advisories, high surf advisories, and also some coastal flood advisories. A few spots along the coast may flood for a short amount of time because of Hurricane Aaron, so please be careful. If you're going to be along the coast but inland, no issues at all. But meanwhile, the wave heights really increasing at around 5 to 7 feet, at least close to us. But meanwhile, look at this buoy really getting active out there because of the hurricane at around 19 feet. But meanwhile, water temperature is not really affected. We're in the 60s right now, middle to upper 60s, even mid 60s farther down toward the south. So the water temperature is not really benefiting this system at all. It will pretty much weaken it as it tracks off towards the northeast very quickly and weakening now to a Category 1 hurricane with maximum sustained winds now at around 90 miles per hour. Still some gusts up to around 115 miles per hour at times, and it has accelerated to the northeast at around 22 miles per hour. And this projected path becoming very narrow, so a high confidence now as it does move away and soon to become extratropical. So again, by the time we head towards the weekend, this thing will soon be out of our hair. But meanwhile, on land, some clouds courtesy of the system this morning along the coast, but inland, okay, a lot of sunshine expected for us today. A lot of clear skies already this morning. There is a hurricane right there. Again, not much issues for us, set aside the high surf and maybe some coastal flooding, but really that's about it. Futurecast showing a lot of sunshine today, maybe a few passing clouds. Starting off clear later on tonight, but some clouds as we head towards early Saturday morning. Outside of the clouds, really that's about it. A nice weekend on the way for us. Again, just be careful along the coast. And really, that's about it. We'll be under a mostly sunny sky today with temperatures in the low 80s and that north wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Overnight, low 50s under a partly cloudy sky and a light and variable wind. As we head towards your Saturday, we have low 80s, partly cloudy and a little breezy, and that south wind getting up to about 15 miles per hour. Let's check out your extended forecast. Mostly cloudy Sunday, a slight chance for a thunderstorm with highs in the upper 70s. Upper 70s again Monday, a better chance for showers and thunderstorms. And then partly cloudy for your Tuesday, highs in the upper 70s.
Americans elected Republicans on the promise of lower costs and more choices. President Trump is already making America more affordable. Now, Congress has to do its part by extending the tax credits working families use to afford their health care. If they don't, premiums will double, families will lose coverage, and Republicans will lose in 2026. Senator Collins, keep your promise. Protect our health care, our GOP majorities, and our premium tax credits.
Is 2025 your year to buy a home in Maine? Our team knows the questions and concerns buyers have during the purchasing process.
Finding your ideal Maine home in the right place for the right price with no surprises is what we do.
You need to know what you can afford, where to find a lender, when to negotiate, and how to tell if a house is solid and safe.
For almost a decade, we've helped hundreds of people navigate it all, and we want to help you too.
We promise a professional buying experience from start
to sold.
On the Road, broadcasting the news at 6, live from Blue Hill, is brought to you by Harvey RV and Marine, family-owned, adventure-ready. Explore top RVs and boats, expert service, and trusted local support. Founded in 1964, Complete Tire Service, Inc. serves Ellsworth, Bar Harbor, Blue Hill, and surrounding areas with automotive repair and new tires. And Coastal Auto Parts, your local Napa Auto Parts dealer with 30 locations, owned and operated by a Maine family that cares. Benquist Rental in Dover Foxcroft is proudly celebrating 25 years. We rent tools, equipment, lawn and garden, masonry, tents, party supplies, bounce houses, towable boom lifts, and newly arrived this season, a 50-foot drivable lift. Visit us on West Main Street or call today.
Tonight,
the case was never really about the evidence, it was about the story.
Amanda Knox.
I'm not Foxy Noxy. I'm not this person that they were portraying in court.
Search for the truth, the Amanda Knox story. Tonight on ABC.
The 138th annual Piscataquis Valley Fair kicked off Thursday in Dover Foxcroft. Thrill rides and an oxen pulling contest were just part of the fair's first day this year. Officials call it the ultimate community fair, with generations of families having attended. There are more agricultural events to come all weekend long, too. There's also live music events taking the stage, including an AC/DC tribute band, as well as events that you don't always find at other fairs. The fair runs through Sunday, so if you're looking for something fun to do tomorrow or on Sunday, you are in luck. Head on up to Dover Foxcroft to go to the Piscataquis Valley Fair.
And don't forget to go see the Maine Adventure Boys and get lemonade from their lemonade stand.
Yeah, you'll be supporting cancer patients.
Yes, having fun and supporting the community. Okay, looks like we're about out of time. If you missed anything, head to foxbangor.com.
Have a great day, everyone.